Jasmyne and Mitch.
The JasVynce Show.
The JasVynce.
Hey. Oh, I ain't got my music. Hey. There you go. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've done this. Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, welcome back to a brand new episode of
The JasVynce Show.
What's happening, y'all?
I'm Jazz.
And I'm Vince. And we've been tired and working and busy and planning this wedding because we are not getting married at first sight. We've actually known each other for quite some time. Very excited to be back here on your YouTube channels to bring you some Married at First Sight coverage. Thank you to our loyal subscribers that was like, yo, where y'all at?
Hello.
We need you. And we can still talk about Big Brother at some point if we want. Maybe
we're not here for Big Brother.
Maybe we'll touch on Family Chantel in another
Oh
issue.
my gosh,
It's
no,
depressing.
I'm done with that show.
It's depressing. But we still have hope because it is a brand new season 15
Yes.
of Married at First Sight. Shout out to all the couples that have been
Shout out
doing.
to the West Coast.
Yes, to the West Coast. We get to
Finally.
see some. Notice the wedding ring on the, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to practice.
That's a gym wedding.
I'm trying to practice. It's a gym. I gotta get used to having something on my finger. But happy to be back on your computers, phones, TVs, wherever you watch us again. Please make sure that you
like, comment, and subscribe.
Just because that's what we gotta do. We're gonna keep bringing y'all videos. We promise. All right. I'm very excited to get into the ratings later on because everyone is finally officially married.
Yes.
Finally. But let's get into our very first couple. Let's get to talk about it. Like, let us know in the comments, like, how y'all feeling about the couple so far. Jazz made an appearance on Millennial and Mom's channel to talk
They
about.
had a live, yeah.
It was live. But I'm actually excited. About the couple so far. Beginning with Kristen
with a Y.
With a Y. We like names with Ys.
Yes.
And Mitch. Now, before we even get to this couple, I liked everything that they showed about them so far. I literally did the countdown to 3, 2, 1 from the time that in the preview for the entire season, where was it? Justin was like, "Oh, I love you." I was like, "Oh, now we're about to get into the bad stuff." Right?
Oh, that's a lot of good stuff.
I noticed probably 2 seasons ago that the pictures for the wedding that production releases sometimes might be smaller
than what?
Depending on like the couple's love for each other throughout the season. I'm not saying nothing.
You got to go back to season 1 and prove that.
We haven't been covering since season 1. We've only been
you need to go all the way back to season 1 and
I'm
look
just saying
at every
the
picture.
last couple seasons only because I've had to look at the pictures and they're tiny. All right, let's get into Kristen and Mitch. What do we know about Kristen?
So it's the wedding night, and he was super excited to like see her just like in regular, no makeup.
Right.
He basically is the one that wants the supernatural girl that's not high maintenance. And in the wedding vows, the introduction, her family definitely called her bougie. So she was like, you could tell he was just like, so yeah, we ain't putting on regular clothes. So yeah, we ain't taking that makeup off. Because I guarantee you that's the last time she's going to see him in a suit. That's what I was getting.
Sure to get loose. Jazz also had a theory about the people that put together the speeches for the weddings.
Oh, yeah. So I was saying hypothetically. We like to make up alternate like stories about stuff just in general.
That's what we do.
So I was saying like the people that be putting these intros together for their so-called friends be seeming like they really don't like them, and like if you wanted to like break up a friendship, right, give them a bad wedding intro on Married at First Sight and then just disappear, like fade out.
Do you think people are doing that?
Watch this.
The first thing you need to know about Vince is he's
trash. He's a hoarder. That's what I be saying.
We holding hands at the altar is the first time. Dang. Why would your friend say that about you?
Right. That's what I don't understand.
Anywho, I don't have any beef with anybody. I literally don't even like this show until all the couples are married.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that this is our
We
first
finally
episode
got
back.
to the honeymoon at least.
Once we get to that honeymoon, that's when we can start doing some ratings. That's when we start getting them to vibe together. Day one of marriage. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Anything else about? Let us know how you feel about Kristen and Mitch. I got some
issues.
And what's the main issue?
So he is as bad as they made him seem about the recycling type thing, because he brought like the breakfast in bed, and he's like, "Oh, a plastic cup with a plastic straw. I'll allow it.
My metal reusable."
I'm like, he's doing a lot. It was just a little bit annoying. And then they had brunch with the family.
It's a lifestyle.
I thought it was weird that their families were like, "What are your intentions?" I think that's a dumb question to ask after somebody's got married. Mm-hmm. Because I would think the intention is to stay married.
All right.
The whole point of going through Married at First Sight is so you don't have to worry about what somebody's intentions are. Am I right?
Yes. I would like to say, I think they were one of the last couples to get married originally. She's 32.
I think, yeah.
And he's 41. I feel like that's...
Did that ever come up?
I feel like it hasn't too much.
Because you remember everything that she was describing to the girls that she would hate? He was 40-something, hadn't been in a relationship.
Yes. And everything, I don't think I haven't seen any issues with them so far. They seem like they could have potential beef. I did like that at the wedding. She was, we kissing. Yeah. At the wedding. But also, now that I remember that he's 41, that also makes sense why he was feeling her mom a little bit more than anything. All
right, so can we just say it? Her mom is a baddie.
Apparently, Kristen's mom
is a baddie.
Is in fact a baddie. Where'd he get this little vest from, cuz? Apparently, Kristen's mom is a baddie. Jazz is like, dang, I don't even know if she gonna look like that when she.
No, she definitely not, because she looked more like her dad than her mom.
Oh, I thought you was the wife. Huh? Thirsty, bro. But why she come out like that?
She came out with the little slit with the little. She looked like she was about the flamenco or something.
Selena at my wedding. I hear you.
Had the boobs. Like, I'm like, okay, mom.
But they seem cool now that they're married. We in Mexico. PV, right? So
hold on.
Or you got something?
I got a few brunch things.
Let's talk about the brunches.
So he met with her mom and her friends, I think, and the mom was just basically saying, "What are your intentions?" He was like, "I want to give her the best version of myself and basically make us happy." And I thought that was a great answer, actually. And then the mom asked about his previous relationships and why they didn't work out, and he said it didn't work out because he was a closet environmentalist and it was his religion and they were not on the same page. And I'm like, religion though?
He's serious about it. It's a lifestyle.
Okay.
There's people that are closet environmentalist stuff.
What's a closet environmentalist?
I feel like if you're a serious...
You just recycle when she go to sleep?
I feel like... all these papers are all wrapped up all nice. You know what I'm saying? All these bottles been crushed. I don't know if it's possibly a closet environmentalist because I feel like it takes over.
Yeah, yeah.
Or maybe it was closet.
Maybe they didn't recycle, and it would like just be messing with him.
Maybe as like he wouldn't really say anything about it. He would act like it wouldn't bother him as much, and then be doing it on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Planting trees on the weekends behind her back.
Don't do that.
Oh no.
So when she went to brunch with his family, I thought it was interesting that his family, I feel like they didn't say good stuff about him. They basically say he's brutally honest. He'll probably hurt your feelings being honest. And that he can come off like an asshole is basically what I heard. And piss you off.
That's just being honest.
And she was just like, oh, okay. I'm like, she just want to be married. That's all I'm getting from her.
It seems like most of the women just want to be married, but that's another story.
Okay, moving on to who's next?
Oh, let's move on to Lindy. I like
E
the name
Miguel.
Lindy E Miguel. All right, so you see how their picture is dark, right? I'm not saying nothing, but no, I'm joking. Lindy E Miguel, who I'm gonna have to get used to their names as well. Lindy. I don't know why Lindy messes me up. Oh, because it was a Lindsay last season. That's why. I'm like, I want to say.
Lindsay is not here.
I want to say something else for some reason. But what do we know about Lindy and Miguel?
So
they seem like a good match.
I think that they're good. I think she's gonna drive him nuts. And I think he's way more picky than he's made it. He's like, oh, I've broken up with everyone because they were cheating or this. I think he's a nitpicky person.
Yes and yes to both of those things. The one highlight that I got from them, aside from the fact that I think they're cool, and I think Lindy's brother wants to murder Miguel on a crucifix. I did really enjoy. He seems like a crusader, like a god warrior.
You're saying it like a bad way. You're saying it with a negative connotation.
Is he the one that said Christ?
He said Christ.
Is he the one that said, he said, I just want to make sure you're holding God and Christ. I'm like, God and Christ, bro?
Who says Christ?
And that's how you know you take the Lord serious.
You say Jesus.
When you say Christ, but God and Christ. But
Tio Jesus.
Aside from the fact that her brother is very on him about religion and
sex,
and he's clearly like, bro, leave me alone. Like, I've literally just met her. Like,
well, the Bible says,
literally just met her. You know, in Leviticus 37, chill. You know what I'm saying? I completely lost my point now about what I was actually going to say. Oh, she said that Miguel is the reason why I got married at first sight. And I thought that was like...
That was exactly what she wanted. Because she said she wanted somebody that's going to be calm and like basically kind of help her balance herself out because she just has high anxiety in general. She talked about the trauma of getting a flight delayed. And I was like, Vince, did you know that you've been through trauma this year?
Yeah,
Did you know?
She must have been in Newark Airport.
I'm just like, that's a first world problem. That's not trauma. A flight delay is not trauma. It's people out here with real trauma. That's not trauma.
You know, in 2022, you know, gas prices, flight delays.
A pandemic.
It's crazy out here.
That's trauma. So anyway, he did mention that normally her being so stressed out would be a red flag for him.
He did say that, and I agree.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, this negativity in my vibe, I can't.
She said that she was excited to see how they travel together because she really wanted a travel buddy in her marriage. And she was talking about how she needs snacks and basically she be getting hangry is what I got from
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So he better have some cookies or something, some nuts or something in his backpack.
Ooh, picture gets smaller and smaller. Look at that.
Don't do this. Don't do this. So what came up? Okay, so when she went to brunch with his sister and his friends, she talked about how she has a lot of student loan debt.
Just casually threw it in there.
She also mentioned how she's working here and there, but enjoying life.
All right, now what did you understand that to mean?
That she's a doctor of physical therapy, but she doesn't work full time. That's what I got from it.
Let us know what you think
if you have
here and there
if
means.
you have lots of student loan debt and you're a physical therapist, meaning you make good money when you go to work, why wouldn't you just work full time, drop it on your student loans, and still live your life? I don't understand.
To me, I thought that's what she was doing. But you're saying
she said working here and there.
Okay.
So that sounds like she just like, oh, I feel like going to work today. Oh, I don't feel like going to work
today. But we don't know what here and there means for her.
Okay, we're going to find out though.
We will.
But apparently the sister was concerned about that because Miguel said he doesn't want to be a sugar daddy and he's not trying to support
had some
somebody.
Gold diggers in his past and we don't want none of that in our family. She was very animated.
Yo, I was like, she will throw hands with Lindy.
She was throwing hands at the table.
She was serious. It was scary. She was like, you're a Gemini and he's a Cancer and that doesn't match. I'm really into astrology. And I'm just like, Cancers and Geminis are nuts. So, I mean, it might work. I don't know.
That's what they say.
And then when she told him about like her student loan debt, he was like talking to the camera and was just like, well, I would hope that she would have enough ambition to like work and proactively like pay off her student loans in a reasonable time.
I thought he had was it Steve money? He seemed like he was well off until she said that.
No, he said Steve ain't got no money.
We did hear that, but let us know how you feel about that too. That's last season.
Anyway,
I thought it seemed like he was comfortable, like he made a good amount of money, and then it was like, but I'm broke though, and it was like,
they're both doctors, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sure they both make good money, but
He's probably like my savings.
if she's not working, I'm not saying you have to work that much, but she basically had a meltdown explaining to him that she had all this debt.
Almost.
But it didn't seem like she was being that proactive with eliminating the debt. So neither here nor there.
Are you ready to move on?
Yes.
Let's discuss. Jazz, how do you feel about this couple here?
They are growing on me.
Why?
He cried at the brunch in front of her mom and her
real
sister.
Emotion.
Yeah, I really felt that when he was talking about how he didn't grow up with his mom and he really gravitated to people with like nuclear families and how that's what he really wants. I really felt and believed him in that moment. I still think that he has certain habits that are probably not conducive to marriage or commitment and maybe triggering for her specifically, but I think that they do want the same thing, and that's important. For her, I do like that I've seen, like, she seems a lot softer than she presented before. Softer. But, you know, you marry a good-looking man. She said her man is fine. She said he's 100 out of 10, okay?
I thought that was a beautiful thing. I'm really enjoying. I always love when the women gas up their guy. I'm not even gassing up. Like, genuinely express, like, this is how I feel. Like, we've only known each other for less than 24 hours, but this is amazing.
They was kissing under
Shout out to Stacia, right? Stacia? Mm-hmm. Stacia and Nate, who I can't find. She's the boss.
I felt like they had good conversations too when they were in the bed. Like, they were asking, like, he was asking, like, what's your biggest insecurity? And, like, how can I support you? And I feel like they had a lot in common.
They seem like a good match.
I think so.
I think she also felt that way. I don't know if he's been too vocal about it until...
He's made it clear that he likes her, but I don't know. I feel like she's been more... I feel like he was more transparent with her family than he was with her yet.
Yeah, they had an opportunity to get kind of deep, so, you know. I don't want to snitch on the bros, but does he seem like a player type?
He seemed like the type that would present like a player, but ain't really a player.
All right, cool. Shout out to you, Nate.
Yeah, and she also told like his friend and his dad that she was a workaholic, and they was like, "How you gonna work on that?"
So you know I be busy.
How you gonna make it work?
14-hour days. So
yeah.
What does she do again? Besides be a boss with $2?
She has multiple properties. And I don't know what else she does, but either way, she got multiple streams of income. That's all. Go
ahead, Stacia.
Oh, I forgot about one thing.
Multiple streams.
Her family said, "Is there something that we don't know about you yet?" And he said he had a filed for bankruptcy with a previous business that he had, and now he's a day trader. And I'm like, that's heavy.
So you be hitting people up with the Forex on Instagram? I'm not feeling it.
That's heavy. I was like, oh, but. To be honest, people that are business people, a lot of people have bankruptcy. I don't think that's a huge deal, especially if he's just going to say it like that.
It's part of business.
Yeah. Are we moving on?
If you have nothing else to say about Stacia?
Yes. We're going to talk about the honeymoon start separately.
And Nate, are we?
Yes.
I guess. Let us know how you feel about Stacia and Nate. I have hope for them, but not nearly as much hope. But they going to fight.
Oh, they going to. That's exactly what we said. We was like, oh.
They're dumb cute.
They gonna fight.
They gonna fight, though. Look how tall this picture is right here. Alexis and Justin. It's
taller than us.
Alexis and Justin.
Okay, I really like them.
Alexis is 34. He is 33.
34?
The towering teddy bear.
That's exactly what he is. He mad soft. Not in a bad way.
No comment.
But I think that Alexis she's direct. She has a strong personality. She's good. Alexis is me, okay? She has a strong personality. She knows what she wants. She's a boss, but she's not going to coddle him. And he seems very sensitive. So she's going to have to like walk on eggshells a little bit, but he's going to have to come up out of that if he want to keep her.
Is that right?
Yep.
I guess they're going to fight.
They're going
to fight. He's been engaged before, and she's been proposed to 3 times. Have they talked about that?
I don't know if they've talked about it, but the mom and friend talked to her and was like, what's the difference now?
What's
Because that's not gonna work. Like, she was saying that when he was, hold on, did she say? She asked the mom what happened when he was engaged previously, and she said the wedding was coming, and then the girl just broke it off. And I'm just like, I wonder why. But then on the previews, we seen him saying, "Oh, I don't want my wife that's gonna be in the club every weekend or something like that."
Shaking that
and they
ass.
was saying you can't control everywhere your wife is. I remember that part. So I'm just like, But yeah, ladies, if you married,
we know they
unless your man goes to the club with you, you probably shouldn't be in the club married every week. That's just me. Unless you own the club, you're the business owner. Go for it.
I got nothing else to say. I like the vibe. I like that they are clearly very attracted to each other, that they've been vibing, that they've been enjoying ourselves, and that they might be uncelibate by the end of the honeymoon.
Yes.
You wanted me to say that? So
yes,
I was gonna say.
You said not me.
I was going to say it because, if you would have left it up to me, I'd have been like...
Because he liked to talk about his penis. It's weird.
You said it, not me.
It's weird.
You said it, not me.
It's hella weird.
I just want to let you know. Ha ha! Ha!
That's gonna be
the rest of the couples.
That's gonna be the thumbnail. You see your face.
The rest of the couple sitting there. So nice to meet. Nice to meet your wife.
All right.
As well for the first time.
So they found out that they were going to Puerto Vallarta.
My joint rock hard right now.
Hush for the honeymoon. And all I wrote was, Mitch is aggravating. He's not even worried about the trip. He was more concerned with all the trash that came in the package and how he was going to recycle it.
Are we done talking about Alexis and Justin now?
No, we going to the...
Just jumping into the honeymoon.
Yes, honeymoon. Cool. All the couples met at the airport. Who was it? Kristen was like, I see why everybody was matched. Everybody looks good.
Sweet.
Wasn't no Lindsay there this year, so nobody was fighting on the plane.
I also noticed that I was like, we don't have to talk about this part, but I just was like, I feel like, I don't know what happened. Maybe it was because all the couples weren't together. There was some COVID scares or something. But they could have produced that part better. And even last season, there was like drama in that part. And we didn't really know or understand. In the couples meeting each other at the airport on the way to the honeymoon, transferring, like, it was probably like a lot of hustle and bustle. It wasn't really like a clear, like, greeting, hey, everybody. Like, they'll probably have a more cohesive meeting up when they get to the honeymoon. But for the most part, it's like, with masks on, like, you're shaking, oh, y'all together? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is wrong with it's you? So awkward.
You're a crazy person.
I feel like they could have produced that section better. And I think that'll lead
to... They were probably running late for their flight.
Most likely, it's a trauma.
Okay, so basically, they had everybody gets there to the resort, and everybody's like, yeah, so how was your wedding? Oh, yeah, it was great. Da, da, da. Miguel talks about how he tried to make a move on Lindy on the wedding night, and she turned him down. I thought that was funny because he said to the family that he was down to wait.
Yeah, and when you take your time and you make a covenant with the Lord and Christ, you just know that you want to wait till whenever.
He said, what did he say? When you have sex, you're supposed to know the person.
He said, the Bible says.
That's exactly how he started it.
Yo, sir, you gotta calm down, bro. How old is he? And who did you say he looks like?
He looks like the guy from Criminal Minds. The guy with his hair always looked like...
This is like Lindy's brother?
Yes, he got the same hair. I wish you had the picture.
Younger brother also.
I don't know if it's younger or not, but he looked young.
I don't know.
So anyway, everybody else basically agreed that they want to wait to have sex until they get to know each other. But Nate and Stasia was pulling a Wumani, and they was up in the shower bumping and a grinding.
Were they?
Her leg was up like this.
What was her leg doing?
It was like this. They was together. She had her sewing was up, so then she had the water hitting, so it wasn't hitting her head.
Is that right? Okay.
And her leg was up on them like this.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm like, oh.
Ooh.
What are we doing here?
You tell me.
Can you let go of my leg, please?
We on camera. My bad.
Thank you. All right. So yeah, I don't think they're gonna wait long.
No.
Mitch said he hasn't had sex in a year and a half too, but it's just because he ain't been dating nobody.
That's always I haven't had too much luck with the lucky ladies.
Mitch talks like a 72-year-old man. I'm sorry. Haven't
been around a nice lady in quite some time, you know.
He reminded me of the guy from San Francisco on Love on the Spectrum. The way he was talking.
No comment.
I would love a pretty lady.
No comments. Who are we talking about now?
We talking about the wedding.
All right, we haven't gotten to Morgan and Ben yet.
Yes, that's the wedding.
So let's get to Ben Morgan. Where you been, Morgan? Where you been? COVID apparently. Ben is the one that had it, right?
Yes.
Unfortunate.
Ben's skincare is on point, picture, man.
His picture's so big.
His skincare is top notch.
I wasn't in his face that much, but there was a lot of close-ups of his face, and he smiled a lot.
He was happy. I'm glad. I wasn't sure if they would be attracted, but I'm glad that they are attracted to each other. I could tell,
or at least are saying that they are.
No, I know that for a fact because she the one that said she want her man to grab her and take her. Yeah. Okay, so she definitely was attracted, and she made that known. And he was smiling super hard. He was like, "You look very nice." Like
they're grabbing each other with conversation.
No, I think that they are sexually attracted to each other.
I would hope so. They just all I saw was that they literally from the second they got to the altar, they were talking over each other the entire time.
No.
Oh my God! What's your name again? Oh well, yeah. What's your name? Yeah, okay. The whole time they were doing that, so I thought it was cute. But I just hope that they get time to bond more.
So what did they talk about in their vows?
Sweet stuff. You know,
young note taker.
I was supposed to be in charge of taking notes for this part, and I specifically told her that we're gonna get to it.
And now he can't remember.
You know what I'm saying? It was beautiful. It was a beautiful vow. And they did kiss. I always liked it when they kiss.
Yes, they kissed. What else happened?
Something about her mom or his dad. They were talking about finances. Stop putting me on the spot.
What were they talking about?
So he was excited that they didn't have to pay for the wedding or something like that. He said something about
He said that because of the COVID situation, he was gonna take her on a second honeymoon wherever she wanted. Oh. And I was like, he's trying to get her hopes up. He's trying to bait and switch her, and then he's not gonna take her no more vacations because he's cheap.
He's cheap.
I'm not here for it. I don't like that game.
I like the cheap game. I'm not mad at that. But the bait and switch.
The bait and switch.
But I do appreciate that they were both very excited about Japan.
And he was very scared because she did Muay Thai.
Yeah, that was a little.
I told y'all he would have a problem with that. Not a problem, but he was like, yeah, somebody that's into yoga or something. He was saying softer, more technically.
She exercises, and he's got
more traditionally feminine exercises. Is what he was saying.
He works out too, so he probably be doing hot yoga, and
he was like
she'll be beating up a doll or something.
She was like, I be lifting like 4 or 5 days a week. I'm like, okay, she's serious.
On my game days. I didn't think he was gonna think that was that funny. I do like Morgan and Ben though. I like all the couples. Like I'm not just saying that. Like I do genuinely feel like everybody's cool for now. Again, I did do the countdown when they showed us the preview of the whole season. But for the most part, it was like an extended, like, we vibing. People said I love you a couple times. There was, some kisses, some sex talk. Somebody consummates the marriage and Pastor Cal's excited about it.
That was Mitch and Kristen, I think.
I think so. Anything else about Morgan and Ben? Are you ready to? We getting a little fuzzy right here.
What's happening?
It's the cameras because we moving at different times. Hold on. Would you like to? Would you like to say anything else about Morgan and Ben, or would you like to get into
the ratings?
the ratings? Let me know.
Let's go to the ratings. I ain't got nothing else to say.
Let's get into it. We have nothing else to say. This was a nice quick first episode back. So if you have not been a part of the JasVynce Show's channel before, specifically with our Married at First Sight episodes, we do ratings 1 through 10 of the couples as a whole. And I should probably keep note of this on my phone somewhere because we try to keep track.
I thought we had a Excel spreadsheet.
I made it.
No, we don't have
but
it. Okay.
I don't have everything hooked up to my computer.
Okay.
So it's another time. Again, we do these 1 through 10 on the compatibility of the couples as a whole. We like to call it the level of love shown, but people don't always have the love. It's a special JasVynce Show.
You
thing.
giving love to other people?
I'm sorry. No. We don't. Everybody can't get the love. That's ours. That's our thing. That's our thing. But in Jazz's eyes, no one deserves a 10 until they both say,
I want to stay married
on decision day. All right. So if y'all want to give them a 10, 100,
that's on you.
Like that's on y'all. If y'all want to give them a 0, less than 0, like some Kristen Pages or some. What's Shorty's name?
We don't speak of Voldemort.
Alyssa and Chris. Yo, if your name is Chris, you just bad luck on the show. It's not gonna turn out well for you. But let's get into it. I want to start with Kristen and Mitch. Kristen and Mitch, who again I think that they could possibly. I haven't seen much from them so far.
I'm curious what your rating is.
I haven't seen much from them so far, but I'm going to be positive. I feel like everyone deserves to start at a 7, at least.
I was thinking a 6.
Dang. Why a 6 from you? Because I see
because he's annoying already. I think that she just wants to be married. So whoever they would have gave her, she would have been happy. I think it might be a little bit of foolishness with her. I don't know what it is just yet. But he definitely got some like his family say he's a rebel. I think that he got lots of asshole in him, and I'm not looking forward to that. And I don't think he said he likes that she's assertive and takes the lead. I think that because she's been through stuff, she's going to cuss him out. Basically is what's going to happen. So.
I can absolutely agree and see those things in the future though. But for right now.
They getting a 6.
They getting a 7.
I'm being realistic this season.
I hear you. And please feel free. People have told us we've been too generous in the past. I'm being generous. It's the first week. We don't even know what they like. It's the first day. We don't even know what they like married yet, for real. Let's talk about Lindy and Miguel, who are also going to receive
a 7.
A 7. I would give them
I think they like each other. I think it works. I think he's going to be creepy with that little Dungeons and Dragons costume.
I forgot about that. That's gonna be weird.
I feel like if you play Dungeons and Dragons and you a 30-some-year-old man and you wear the costumes and everything and are dead serious, you should not be that picky.
That's gonna be weird because it could go one or two ways. Like either her brother is gonna be really turned on by that, or he's gonna think that it's some kind of like sexual cult and like probably try to sprinkle holy water on.
What are you talking about?
I think that. The Dungeons and Dragons.
You just making up stuff. I can't.
He's really into, what I'm saying? Never mind. I'm taking it there.
You crazy.
But yeah, I think 7 is a decent number for them. Once we get into some deeper conversations, then we'll be able to. Yes, I absolutely am. All right, 7s across the board. Feel free to drop in the comments what you think your rating would be for these couples. Again, just in our eyes or Jasmine's eyes, nobody gets a 10 until decision day, and they both say yes, they want to stay together. What about this couple right here?
I'm gonna give them an 8.
Only an 8.
That's nice.
It is very nice. You're not being generous this year, you said, right?
It's not based on what I think of them. It's more based on if I think that they're compatible and are a good match. Based on all the red flags that get presented to us throughout the season.
Well, we'll see. We will see what we get. Jazz, 8 is a very good score. I am not going to go that much further, and I'll also give them an 8. I'll give them an 8 as well. Just to be safe. Because They seem to be vibing, but we got some more. We got some more. But they have the highest score so far until we talk about Alexis and Justin.
They get an 8 too.
Really?
I think that they like each other the most.
Cuddles, the looks, the jokes. They're not the only ones that finish each other's sentences and stuff like that. But
she's gonna eat him up at some point and spit him out.
Absolutely.
She is, and they show that scene where he was crying. I hope that edit was off and he was crying about something else, because he looked like he was butt hurt.
They gonna fight.
They gonna fight too. So,
and we're not saying this to be negative. Like,
no, they're gonna fight.
Being in a relationship for a certain amount of time, and
you know who gonna
watching
fight.
people, and also watching the show and saying, it's nice, but I see it coming. Hope we don't see any hurricane.
They also don't remind me of any other couple that's been on this show.
I was gonna say, hope we don't see any Hurricane Michaelas anytime soon.
No. She's not gonna do that.
Right. So 8s. 2 8s starting off the season. I think this is good.
Are we doing Ben?
Last couple, yeah, I'll give them a rating just because, and this is like a preliminary rating for them. I personally don't like to rate couples until they get to the honeymoon, but they're almost there. How you feel about it?
And he a mama's boy. I gotta add that in too.
Which she will not like, even
and
though she said it was okay.
And she don't talk to her dad.
She said it was okay at the. We did not mention how I need somebody to tell me about this, and not saying anything about anybody, but the thing she said about her dad walking her down the aisle, like, I don't need nobody giving me away, taking away my power. I was like, oh. That was a different spin on that tradition that I've heard.
That's not how I would word that, but that's her experience, not mine. I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I'm curious how people feel about that, because it's a tradition. It doesn't always have to be your father. Everybody doesn't have the best relationship with their father. You know what I'm saying? Or their father in the picture. I've seen plenty of weddings where the bride just walks down the aisle, but she made it a point to specifically
say it. Yeah,
that's why I was like,
it seemed a little weird. I feel like hopefully they delve into that a little bit more later.
They absolutely should. Do you have a rating for Morgan and Ben? And is it Nathan, or he goes by Nate?
I'll
have the names down in a couple weeks out.
I'm gonna give them a 6.5.
Ooh, see, this is what I wanted to get into. Why 6.5? Is it obviously?
We haven't seen much.
Seen.
I know the red flags for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And he made a point to say that his mom.
They haven't seen him yet.
He said something like his mom's opinion is very important to him, and sometimes she gets nitpicky. He said that in the voiceover, and I'm just like, that's the first time we're hearing that. Because before, when he called his mom, she was very supportive. She was excited. But now he's saying his mom is nitpicky, not him being nitpicky. So that makes me think that he's broken up with girls because his mom was like, I don't like this.
Attached at the hip, shall we? No?
Mama's boys is a no. Not at that age, especially.
Well, what you gonna do?
You want somebody that respects and honors and appreciates their mom, but you don't want somebody that's like, oh, she got green eyes, so no, I want my grandbabies to have brown eyes. Like, that's just not a
It's
thing.
gonna be interesting, very interesting season. It's so crazy that it's back already. I feel like we just got here. I'm really looking forward to seeing what's my man's name? Devon Franklin, and the other
I don't know that
expert that replaced Dr.
I do not know that.
Right, but we will see them. We will see the new experts.
I just want to see Pastor Cal. That's all.
And we here for Pastor Cal
and Dr. Pepper. That's what I'm here.
Don't forget to buy his book, Marriage Ain't for Punks. So happy that the couples got a copy of that this year.
I don't think the couples did. I think Ben gifted that to his wife.
Oh,
along with
then
the card.
Super shout out to Ben then, if that's the case. Along with that ring, was the ring from James Allen.
James Allen. Pay us, James Allen.
Yeah, y'all can't just throw that in there. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed watching all the couples get married, watching the vibes. Jasmine has a specific gripe about people not shouting out the bride's mom or talking to the family anymore. Like they used to
when they would walk down the
they used to
aisle,
highlight that also.
The groom would be like, "Hi, my name is whatever," and like hug the mom.
That's it.
I think that's weird
okay.
to just be standing there like,
it's okay. But maybe we will see justice. Maybe we will see the couples get together and enjoy each other and love and be happy and say yes on decision day and enjoy their honeymoons in Mexico like we will be doing in a few months.
Hey.
Right? So, please, if you've enjoyed this whole episode, thanks for hanging out with us and watching. We're happy to be back, and we will continue to bring you some more episodes. Please make sure that you
like, comment, and subscribe.
And you can follow us on the social medias and stuff like that. There's the Instagram, obviously subscribing. There's the Twitter. We didn't tweet this episode, but we will make sure. Jazz has the funniest tweets and gifs and stuff like that. So please make sure you're following us at the JasVynce Show. And I think that's everything, right? We haven't done this in a while. So is there something that we do to end our show? I think, right?
This has been another episode.
Oh yeah, that's right. This has been another episode of the JasVynce Show. Peace. Yeah, I knew what it was. I was joking.
Jasmyne and Vince.
The Jazz